Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. This is mentor Faiza Shaikh, and I am very happy that you are watching my videos. As you know that nowadays I am studying, I am telling to you, I am teaching to you, learning to you English literature. So we have done many eras, but here is one of the most important and wonderful dominant era, romanticism. Basically, romantic literature, या romantic period, या romantic era is starting from 1798 till 1832. So, basically, at the turn of century, fired by the ideas of the proposals and political, physically liberty of the energy. And एक यहाँ पे एक जो थी वो sublimity of the nature थी, sublimity of the nature's worlds, artists and the intellectual suggestions to break the bonds of the 18th century's conventions. So, although the works of the Jean Jacques Rousseau and the William Godwin had great influences in this period, so the French Revolution and its of the affirmate and the strongest impact of all the England, and initially support for the revolutions was primarily utopian and idealistic, and when he French failed to live up the expectations, most of English intellectuals renounced of the revolutions. However, the romantic version, a vision had taken forms other than the political, and these developed space. So there are so many works here in lyrical ballads. This is one of the wonderful works in 1798 till 1800. Basically, watershed in literary history, William Wordsworth and the Samuel Taylor Coleridge presented an illustrated the fiber-breathing aesthetic. Poetry should expressed in the genius language, experience as the filtered through personal emotions and the imaginations. The trust and truest experience basically was to be the found in the nature. The concept of the sublime is strengthened this turn of the natures, because in the wild countryside the power of the sublimes could be the really most immediate Wordsworth power of the sublime. Wordsworth is a romanticism in the probably most fully realized in the great autobiographical poems in the Prelude 1805 till 15. In the search of the sublimes moments, romantic poets wrote about the marvelous and the supernatural and things, the exotic and the medieval, but they also found beauty in the lives of the simple and the people's aspects of the everyday world. Basically, the second generations of the romanticism, romantic poets, included John Keats, Percy Shelley, and George Gordon's Lord Byron. In Keats' great odes, influential and emotional sublimity merge in language of the great power and beauty. Shelley, who combined soaring lyricism with an apocalyptic political visions and sought more extreme effects, and occasionally achieved theme as in this great drama Prometheus and Unbounded in 1820. His wife Mary Wollstonecraft Shelley wrote the greatest of the Gothic Romanticism, so in 1880. And next, Lord Byron. Lord Byron was the typical romantic hero, the envy and the scandals of the age. He has been continuously identical with his own characters, particularly particularly by the rebellions and the inverted and erotically inclined Don John. Baron investment and invested the romantic lyric. So, Lord Baring basically lyric with the rationally irony, minor romantic poets include the Robert Southey based temporary for the history of the Godlocks and the Beers Lehan, Thomas Moores, and Walter Savage Lander, etc. Basically, if we will discuss the furthermore, the Romantic era was also rich in the literary criticism and other noticeable prose, Coleridge, and purpose and influence theory of the literature in the Biographia Literaria in 1817. Basically, Williams Godwin and his wife Mary wrote groundbreaking books on the women's and women's rights. William Hazlitt, who never forsake political radicalisms, wrote brilliant and astute literary criticism. The master of the personal essay, the Charles Lamb's, Where is the Thomas Doctor? Quincy was the master of the personal confessions. Basically, the period of the Edinburgh Review of the Blackwoods magazines, in which there are so many beauty and so many beauty expiry and enhance through the writers were published throughout the century. These are the major works, and this is all about the controversy, political as well as the literary. Although the great novelist Jane Austen wrote during the Romantic era, her work defies and classification with the insight, grace, and many irony. She delineated women's relationships with the a context of the English country. The Sir Walter Scott, Scottish novelist and the romantic, made the genre of the historical novel widely popular, and other novelists of the period were Maria Edingroth Edwards and many of others writers. They are included in the romantic literature, and they are produced so many and delicious and dominated work. So this is all about the romantic literature. This is the brief history. So I hope you can understand. So अगर वीडियो अच्छी लगे तो वीडियो को लाइक शेयर एंड सब्सक्राइब करना मत भूलिएगा। इजाज़त दीजिए, अल्लाह हाफिज़।